Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Yeah. This is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel. And I am Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America, in upstate New York. In the United States of America, thank the Lord. What a great day. What a great day. So many great people I got to talk to. Got to talk to my friend Mark D out of Florida. Yep, for about an hour and a half. Great guy, retired guy, 6, 7 years older than me, man. We talked about life. Had a little smoke together over the phone. Yeah, I love that. I've had subscribers say, hey, can we talk on the phone? Can we have a smoke together? Can we FaceTime? Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not retired or anything like that, but, it's like, so it's not like, I can do it every day, 10 times a day, because usually those kind of conversations last about an hour and a half. Yeah. So let's start something on fire. We still have this beautiful rat raised pipe, which my buddy Rick P. out of Lockport, New York, came over, met me at my home here, and wanted to see my pipes. I says, hey, man. I says, I'll be home by 5 o'clock. My house, my table is trashed. He says, don't worry about it. I'm not coming to see your table. I'm coming to look at some pipes. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's start this on fire right now. Yeah, so grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and right by now, I'm sure my good brother, who's a good friend of mine now, yep, since we met, we did some business. He bought several pipes. Yeah, Rick P, man, he's a good friend of mine, good Italian guy. I love him. And he lives in the city that I was born in, Lockport, New York. Yeah. Let's start it on fire, baby. I can't remember what I got in here from last night because I didn't smoke at all. I kind of got on a bit of a rant, was ready to slap myself with a steak. Oh, yeah, 2 friends. Yeah, so my good friend here, Rick, managed to buy 2 pipes out of my personal collection I didn't really want to sell. So on my kitchen table, I had it I rushed home. I had to have an area for him to, look at pipes. And he's like, well, let me see that one. And let me see that one. Let me see that one. How much you want for this one? How much you want? What if I buy all these? Blah, blah, blah. And so he managed to get himself one heck of a great deal. I mean, a great, great deal. He managed to buy my K-Woody poker pipe. And I was kind of sorry, man, that I was selling that. But, it's like, I know that it's going to a good home and it's okay. And I know if I call him back and I say, hey, man, I just got to have that pipe back. Can I buy it back for, what you paid for it? He'd probably be like, okay, Paul. So he's sitting here looking at pipes and stuff. We're just shooting the shit. I find out he loves Latakia blends. Loves them. And so I was like, hey, you ever try Spark plug? No, I haven't heard of that one. I said, oh, if you like Latakia, I said, now, or do you know how to smoke and prepare plug tobacco? And he's like, oh, yeah. I said, okay. Our deal was all done. We're sitting at the kitchen table. I says, I'm going to give you a little extra. I gave him a Medico pipe and, so forth. A real nice Medico pipe. One that, like, no factory fills, I don't think. Free. After our deal was all done, I was like, look, man, I want to give you this. Is that okay, Woody? No, it's Medico. But here you go. So I gave him that, and then I went upstairs into my cellar that I keep in a Lane cedar chest. And when I was up there, he's like, that's where you keep all your pipe tobacco, Paul? He says, well, you see what's on the kitchen table, right? He's like, yeah. I said, take a walk downstairs into my living room and look to your left. And I hear him, and he's like, holy shit. Or something like that. Maybe he didn't say holy shit, but he's like, whoa. He was surprised. Let's just put it that way. All right? Because there's more mason jars filled with tobacco in my living room than I could ever fit in my Lane cedar chest. My Lane cedar chest is where I keep all the unopened stuff. So we'll be right back in a minute. I gotta piss like real bad because like between having my buddy Rick here and talking to my buddy Mark, out of Florida, I had like, well, you get to have a few Busch beers and it goes right through me. I'll be right back in a nanosecond. All right, so we're back. Yeah, so my buddy Rick P. out of Lockport, New York, yeah, this guy knows his stuff, all right? And I love an educated customer because we're sitting down here and, he's looking at the Savinelli blonde. He's looking at the mushroom pipe that I had. And I said, dude, that's you're a highline type of guy. This guy's a classy guy, and that's what I love about Italians. If you work for them and you work hard, they fucking love you, all right? If you're working with them, you're getting into the talk, you're just chatting with each other, and then all of a sudden, well, how much for this pipe? Yeah, let's put a bundle deal together, and so I said, you love Latakia? He's like, oh man, I love Latakia. I said, we're going to get along great. I shook his hand. I says, all right, the deal's all done here, blah, blah, blah. So we finalized all that. He bought some really nice pipes. I'm going to have to restock after him and freaking Eddie. Between Eddie and a few other... I'm sorry, I'm so confused. I have so many customers. I didn't write them all down. All right? But, they become your friends, And so this guy knows his stuff. Rick does. All right? So I says, all right, man. This is some really strong Latakia plug. All right? I'm telling you, it's strong. I brought it down and... it comes, I don't have a tin in front of me, but Cornell and Deal, they got their tin with a plastic cover. I pulled it off. He's like, whoa, that thing's been aging. It's like, yeah. The tin was domed up on the top. He's like, the little pull thing, like the old beer can pull thing was like sticking up here. He's like, I says, dude, it's like 4 years old. I says, I want you to have this. I want you to have this extra pipe. And then we're talking about this stuff and the blah, blah, blah. I says, look, I've got one other Latakia blend. I says, look, just smell this. And normally when a guy tells another guy, hey, smell this, it's not a good thing, all right? It just isn't, all right? Because it's usually bad. But I says, look, man, smell this. I says, this is the 2022 version of Bengal Slices. Bourbon single barrel. I take the cap off for him. I says, here you go, man, smell that. He's like, whoa. You know, when it comes in gorgeous Bengal Slices, he's probably smoking it right now. He's probably been trying to text me saying, I love this, man. You know, and, you know, that is some powerful stuff, all right? So I says, all right, I'm going to give you a tin of this, all right? He's like, oh, man, really? You've given me 2 tins and an extra pipe? And I says, look, you know, and part of me doing business, all right? We did business. I was happy with the little bit of profit that I made. I was like, I always want my business deal to end feeling that somebody, I mean, I like this guy, you know, and now he's a friend of mine. I wanted to give him some gifts, some extra stuff, you know. He was just so pleasant to deal with. What a great guy. And so he left with a couple of tins and an extra pipe, and on his way back to Lockport, 40 miles away, drove all the way out here just to see me and look at my pipes. And then talked to Mark D for an hour and a half, you know. And yeah, my girlfriend actually, I got back with that girl Deborah, who's the traveling nurse, and things are going well with that. I haven't met her. It's been an online type of thing so far, not a dating service or anything like that. And, you know, at first with Deborah, I was like, you know, it'd be like, she just wanted a text. And then I was like, you know, I can't just do this text thing. I need to see you and talk to you. And then I told her, I says, look, you know, I can't deal with this. Let's just send it, you know. And we met back in April. And so she texted me, you know, a couple weeks ago and said, well, you know, if we're not going to be doing anything, why don't you erase my phone number? I'll erase yours. I was like, well, why don't we start from scratch? All right. Now, she's a girl from Brazil. She's Brazilian. And she's beautiful, 10 years younger than me. And I was just like, look, why don't we start from scratch? Let's like FaceTime. And instantly the phone rang, and there she was. The voice matched the voice I heard on the phone, and her picture matched. She was beautiful, just like in her pictures. And I was like, okay, this is for real. Let's go for it, you know. So we'll see, you know. I'd like to meet her this summer. She's a traveling nurse. She's going to be down in New Jersey, which is only a short flight from here. So I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, we made a connection. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. I'm rambling on now. Cheers. Oh, yeah. So, you know, I got another friend of mine, Joey. Joey's like, oh, man, I'm gonna send you you know, he wants to, you know, I got a couple of guys that are like asking me, Because I put it out there. I was like, look, if anybody wants to know how to rehab these pipes, I'm not, I'm no guru. I don't know everything, but I can make these pipes turn out okay looking, I guess. He says, "Hey man, if anybody wants some help or advice, I'll tell you everything I know." I've had a few people contact me. "Hey man, what do you do with this? What do you do with that? Blah blah blah. What kind of wheel? Blah blah blah." It's exciting for me to help other people reach their goals. And one guy was like, I don't want you to feel like I'm going to be your competition." Look, all right. There's not too many people that want to take a piece of shit pipe, even though this is a Savinelli, it looks like a piece of shit, and turn it into solid gold. There's not a lot of us out there to do that, to rehab, restore these pipes. There ain't no competition. It's like, if you need help, if you have a question, you call me. You text me. I'll help you. One guy that, I think it was Joey, wanted to know, hey, what do you do with this and what do you do? Well, he ended up sharing a few things that I didn't know. About rehabbing pipes. Well, yeah, I kind of do it this way. Really? That's fucking cool, man. So we help each other out, man, in this wonderful YouTube pipe community. Yeah, my video last night was a little controversial. I think Ron White came out with a little skit like that. A little controversial. And that's okay. I don't want to be that way in every video, maybe every 100 videos, but well, it is what it is. Oh man, this Two Friends Celtic Mist is so good out of this Rat Ray's Hail to the King pipe. And thank the Lord that England has a king. I mean, the Queen was great. She's pretty hot when she was young, too. Come on. You older guys in the UK, remember when the Queen was young? She actually was a smoke show. If you go look up Queen Elizabeth, she was a hottie. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we did some good business today. My new friend Rick, it's funny how your customers become your friends. They really do. And I was talking with Rick about that, and he's like, man, he says, you must have a lot of friends. And I says, well, no, I really don't. I really don't. I said, I hold my very close friends very close. And they're few and far between, and I know the real friends that I really have. I probably have 5 close friends, not including my kids. I can call my kids friends now because they're all grown adults, but I probably only have 5 friends that I've known for decades that just, you can count on, they can count on you. But in this YouTube pipe community, when you deal with people and stuff like that, and when I'm selling pipes, I don't think about the money exchanging hands. In my head, I know, because I got a background in finance, I know, all right, I know exactly what I have in each pipe. It's right up here. And it's like, all right, you know what, I can live with that. I've sold pipes that are high-line pipes for a $10 profit. Wow. That's the way it rolls. Well, my phone's blowing up. I'm seeing all these notifications going across the top of the screen. You guys can't see them, and of course, thank God. I haven't even watched last night's video. I'm almost afraid to. Oh, I made a promise to somebody. They wanted this Ehrlich pipe. They wanted to know if that Ehrlich pipe was still available. I promise you, I will look through all my text messages. I will find you and I'll let you know. That's the pipe that I was like, all right, I'll sell it for 40. Duh. That's like a $60, $70 pipe. But you know what? I made the commitment. So, you know what? I don't know. By the time everything's all said and done, I might make a few bucks, but not much. Ain't about that. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York. And I appreciate all the people I came in contact with today. Yeah, all the people that are still blowing the fuck out of my phone. I love you guys and appreciate you. Don't stop ever. Never stop blowing my phone up. If anybody ever wants to contact me, you can. 585-352-3660. Let me repeat that again. 585-352-3660. At some point in time, I'm going to have to change my fucking number. And I answer texts and all this stuff. When I'm at work, I'll be grinding on something or shining something up or doing this or doing that or welding, and a text will come through and I answer it right when I'm at work, man. It takes 2 seconds. So, remember, love one another. Treat each other fairly. And treat each other good. Yep, that's all I gotta say for tonight. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers, over and out. I gotta order more pipes now to sell.